Real men, real conversations.
Sometimes we forget why we're
Tune
here.
in.
It's easy to fall off track.
Like, share, subscribe.
These help us remember.
And remember, always wear your crown.
Growing up, I had a dream, something no one else could see. Tell me what it means when your faith is falling beneath your knees and you can't breathe. Everything you see reminds you of what you're not or something you won't be. You gotta take what you're given. That's
Stop playing around, man. Just around y'all boys, man. But yeah, another episode, man. And I want to say thank you for all our viewers and subscribers and likers and all that. And we really appreciate it, bro. We really do. Tell a friend, tell a friend. You know, we here. Drop your comments. Let us know. Give us suggestions for shows. We all here, bro. That's what we here for. We here to just have some fun, enlighten, empower, and do it all in one. With that being said, take a little lighter side this time, you know, and we're going to go to the age-old sports, talk trash. I think so-and-so is better than so-and-so, and this person better than that person, this and that. Everybody got their own opinion. So this is a sport trash talk episode. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the floor is open. I might as well just go ahead and start it with the debate that everybody's gonna do. It's never gonna be in Jordan versus LeBron. It's never gonna be in. Everybody say Jordan. They say the only way he'll beat him if he gets 6 rings. And then if he gets 6 rings, he still can't beat him because
he didn't get 6 in a row.
Because well, he switched so many teams and he had so many superstars with him and. He had to switch teams to win the championship. So,
well, I really don't think it's a debate, right? Like, people kill me trying to make something out of nothing.
yeah.
Because I mean, if you really want to talk about numbers, right now he's behind who? Carl and Will.
Oh, yeah, you
and
saw
Storm.
that? Yeah, Storm.
So at the end of the day,
he beat Kobe Angel.
Who talking about Will?
Right.
Will, the top of everything.
And you're talking about rings and points.
So point being is, the reason I say they're in debate is simply because I think they're both the greatest of eras.
The greatest of their time.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, the game is played different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's called different.
Structure.
You know, different players on the court. You don't have Oakleys and them out there no more on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I give
it's
Jordan
a different game
props.
totally.
And I respect Jordan. I was a fan of Jordan, you know what I'm saying, especially coming from UNC. But, you know, at the same time and token, I just don't like the fact of debate that you got to pit 2 men against each other. I think all of them were great. I think, you know what I'm saying?
It's just the debate of putting them in, it's just a say the barbershop talk. Just to have fun and just to
they
talk.
They don't play the same position.
Right, but see, and that's where my argument comes.
I think that's where Will comes in, really.
But see, that's what
Bill Russell, like, people have never been dominant other than Shaq, but that dominant at that position, so people don't even talk about them. They're like, they're great. Nobody can talk about them, so we don't talk about them.
Because they're not glory positions.
They're not glory positions.
They're not glory positions, and they're not gonna get the praise because they're not glory positions.
No, they're not.
You don't never hear nobody growing up saying, "I want to be a center."
No.
Yeah.
You get stuck in center because you're 6'7" in the 6th grade.
Right.
That's why you get stuck in center. You just gotta learn the moves and you just patting it down because you're tall. That nobody grows up saying, "I want to be a center."
And that's I think that's what changed the game, really, man. When it comes down to it, these different people are being born and they're getting ingested with all the types of chemicals, right? So they're growing
bigger,
faster. They're growing at a certain rate that's bigger and fast, like you mentioned.
Bigger, faster.
So therefore, the game changed. The game changed as nutrition things changed. The game changed. The kids got bigger and stronger and faster.
But see, that's the thing, though. The kids got bigger, stronger, and faster, but the league has got softer.
This is true.
Far as the fouls called,
true.
Don't get me wrong. There were fouls back in the day. Yes, they were. But they more let them play back in the day.
Yeah,
they played more back in the day. And my thing is, there's probably a lot of people out there that when I say this, they're like, he is crazy. But the only reason I put LeBron over Jordan, and yes, I said it, LeBron over Jordan, is because LeBron can play all 5 positions.
100%.
He can play all 5. He can hold his own in all 5 positions.
And guard.
That's what I'm saying. He can hold his own in all 5 positions. And don't get me wrong. Yes, Jordan can get trapped down low and he can fade away, do the little fade away, doing his score, this and that. Yes, he can. But he ain't finna guard nobody down low. No. He's not guarding a big man down low.
Not unless he's flashing through.
Yeah. I mean, coming for the rip steal or coming from the behind the block, behind the back block like LeBron do. Yeah, I get that chase down block. I get that. But the only reason I give it to him is because he can play all 5 positions. And yes, Magic played all 5 positions. Ricky, I get it, but he's better than Magic. Yeah, he's better than Magic. But to play all 5 positions on the court is, it can do it in one night if he had to.
Yeah.
He bring the ball down the floor, or he can be the shooting guard, or he can be the small forward, or he can play center. The ball goes through him regardless. Just like the ball went through Jordan regardless. But that's my take on it. That's why I say LeBron over Jordan. And I was the biggest Jordan fan. I mean, I still am. I mean, I had posters all on the wall. I tried to hang my tongue out my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was the biggest Jordan fan, dude. But that's my debate on it. I know y'all probably saying you crazy, you know, but that's my take on it. But at the end of the day, like you said, I really don't want to put them two against each other, but they're the best of their eras. They're the best of their time. Jordan was the best of his time. Kobe came along, did his thing, and then LeBron came through.
I would say as a rookie, because I didn't play basketball, right? So I say I'm a rookie. I didn't play basketball, but I know from what I've seen, because I was basketball, I like to watch basketball, and I like to see players, all different types of players. I like to see their growth from they was in college to their pros. Like, there's a lot of players that I follow, but when it comes down to what's expected of you as an adult, yeah, that's called pressure, right? To me, that's pressure. Mm-hmm. And MJ was breaking the mold of basketball himself because of how he played the game and what the impact he made in the game. I don't see them being a dream team without MJ.
Of course not.
Right. So with meaning that he had so much flair, so much bravado, so much growth. I mean, and he owned the NBA, really. He owned the NBA because he was like the main one, had a shoe out. You know what I mean? He started signature shoes and all. I mean, he had a huge hill that he prepared for LeBron to walk into.
Yeah.
But when LeBron came with what he had, because I'm a LeBron fan, so I'm going to put that out there. I'm a LeBron fan. So, because I had so much respect for him, for what he was able to accomplish in this day and age with so many distractions and so much going on in the world, he was able to catapult himself from being the chosen one on Sports Illustrated cover in Heisman. I mean, in high school, to be the chosen one of the NBA to succeed MJ, and he has succeeded in that. Being married to the same woman, had his kids. He wants to play ball with his son in the NBA. That's how big he wants to be.
And all the all-court stuff he does is crazy.
That's.
And who's to say Jordan don't? Maybe he just don't put it in the limelight.
He don't.
I mean,
put it in the limelight.
He might have 1,000 charities. Yeah, of course he has. Of course he has. But maybe it's not in the limelight like LeBron is. Yeah. You know, so I'm not gonna sit here and say. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say Jordan don't do shit for nobody. You know.
People used to say that because they didn't hear it.
Right. They just didn't hear it. They didn't. It wasn't behind the scenes. He just didn't do it in front of the camera. Me too. Like.
So I read some stuff. I'm like, oh. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my thing is. They both crazy.
As a player, man.
I just think about.
That's a ball player for you, man.
I think you got to look at the impact LeBron has made from the time he came in to now.
He changed the game out for agency.
The pressure. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm a diehard Kobe fan forever. I love Kobe, right? Lakers fan, I love Kobe. I hate when LeBron came to LA. To be honest with you, I still don't feel good, right to cheer for him. But I do because it's on my team. But what I'm saying is,
I'm not even a Lakers fan. I'm a Lakers fan.
Yeah,
I'm a LeBron fan.
Yeah, I'm
a LeBron fan.
But you look at the impact he made on the game from day one.
Yeah.
Day one.
Yeah.
That day one pressure, he made Cleveland a contender.
He did.
Day one.
He did.
Jordan,
crazy.
it took some years.
It took about
5 years. About 5 years
5, 6 years.
before it made a real difference with the Bulls. And we had to get the right pieces around.
Right, of course.
Kobe.
It takes 3.
Kobe, it took him a few years. You know, even though they was on a good team, it took him a few years.
Yeah, he was riding the bench.
First year he rode the bench.
Yep.
Right, but LeBron, day one, 18 years old, coming to the league, and just begins to dominate.
Yeah.
Nobody know what to do with him, right? Big guy, strong. He can run over you, you know, defender. You're going to get out of his way. You don't want to get ran
He can
over.
fly high.
And if you don't get out of the way, he's going to on your head.
And well, not only that though, but you look at it, right? Like some people say, oh, it's not that he don't have killer instinct. But I think what I think he does, instead of trying to say, oh, it's gonna be me,
he makes everybody around him better.
You don't know where it's gonna come from. Is he gonna pass? Is he gonna touch the ball? So because he's smart, right? Because as a coach, what you say? Okay, 20 seconds is going to LeBron, guard LeBron. He may get the ball, but in his mind, okay, I'm gonna get all the attention on me. You get open and get the ball, get the layup. And they say, oh, you know, he's soft. He don't have the killer instinct. No, that's smart because what you're doing is they're forcing the game plan for everything to come to you. So everybody's watching you. They're not watching, you know, Joe whoever over here making that cut underneath, and he passes and you can win the game. And sometimes,
Mike Miller.
you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you talk about that, you got to look at the total basketball smarts that he has, and not just because he already got the fame, he got the name, he got all of that. So he's actually trying to win and make things better. He's more of a coach's player.
My thing is,
He capitalizes on everything.
Yeah.
my thing is, I hate when people, oh, LeBron switched teams 3 times. He switched teams 3 times. But you gotta look at it. Jordan did never switch teams. Yeah, he went to the Wizards when he came back, but Jordan never switched teams. Magic never switched teams. Kobe never switched teams. Okay, I get it, but it's hard for me to believe that Jordan could lead the Bulls. When he went to the Wizards, did the Wizards become a contender? No, they didn't. Yes, he was on the way out. Yes, he was on the down. He was on his down years. We know that. He wasn't in his prime. He was on his down years. We get that. But it doesn't matter. Wherever LeBron goes, that team automatically becomes a contender. I don't care who you have on the squad.
That's so true.
Yes, he's going to go get him some superstars. Yes, he's going to go get him 2 or 3 people to bring with him. Yes, he is. But
I mean, yeah, but you look at
you
what
wanna
Brady
win,
just did,
but
right?
yeah,
He went and got his boys.
But yeah,
I mean, he went from they talk about Tampa Bay. They was last year to come win the Super Bowl this year.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. You got to look at it.
Greatness is greatness. I mean, I'll give him his props. I mean,
but in basketball,
Brady did what he did.
But in basketball, I don't care what you say. You can go all the way back. It takes 3. You need everybody holler about the big 3 now.
3 levels, man.
No, you got 3 levels, but everybody holler about the big 3, big 3, big 3. It takes 3 to win a championship. It takes 3 to win a championship.
It was talking about Pippen, Rodman, and Jordan. If Rodman, if
Well,
they
not
had,
that. Even before Robin, you had
Grant,
Grant, you had Curry, you had Paxson.
Yeah, it always takes 3.
Cartwright, yeah.
You always
That's
take-
funny shot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You always take 3. But, you know, I love watching the man play, though.
Yeah,
I just love watching Jordan play.
But you see what he's doing right now, though. He's 17 years in, and how he's playing, high flying. Bro, can you even put that into any kind of respect from across the board? Like other than Tom Brady. Tom Brady's in the sport. He's doing his thing 40-30. But this cat right here has been rocking and hasn't lost a step since he started.
It seems like
bro.
he's getting better.
He's getting. I mean, seriously.
It seems like he's getting better, bro. It really does.
How can you sustain that kind of excellence and not be that witness? Like, I mean, I'm a witness.
In the half, everything you do is scrutinized. Everything you do. Oh, he didn't take the last shot. Oh, he passed it. Oh, he like the other day they put something on there on the things the other day. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Like they put the thing on the other day LeBron has just passed.
Kobe.
No, he just passed Karl Malone for the most turnovers in the league, bruh.
Yeah.
You can't make an omelet without breaking eggs, bro. If you ain't turning the ball over, you ain't trying.
True.
You know, I'm not saying that a turnover is a good stat,
No.
but I'm just saying though. You Jordan don't turn the ball
I
over?
think you heard your case though.
I
I think you heard your case though, there, but hey.
Because that means the ball got to go through me. If the ball ain't going through me, then it ain't nothing happening.
Just mean you made a lot of bad decisions.
If you look at that stat line, if I look at this point guard and this stat line, and he has 2 assists and 5 turnovers.
That's
2 assists and 5 turnovers.
That's-
I'm looking at the team, right? At that point, I'm looking at the
my
team
point guard, though.
who was not there, right? But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you look at the stats and you can find something in that stat room that you saw with those 5 turnovers, he was trying too hard because he's missing his top man.
Yeah.
He was missing the top man. He was trying too hard. That's Kyrie all day. That's Kyrie all day. He would not. He can get into that zone where he's not worried about that person because that other one's gone. So he's focused on grinding.
On Kyrie,
Harden the same way. He can do that same, but they can flip it. Don't get me wrong. But all I'm
only thing
saying,
I say about Kyrie,
I got 5 turnovers. That means you working hard.
the only thing I say about Kyrie,
It sounds like y'all making a lot of excuses for that man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn.
I'm gonna step out of there.
I like it.
Man,
Only thing I gotta say
I
about
play the
Kyrie,
devil's advocate. It sounds like y'all
I like
making a lot of excuses for that man. That's all.
Kyrie.
I take that one.
Only thing I say about Kyrie is,
Man.
if he gets, I mean that's his game, and that's what made him to the NBA. But if he gets a lot of that playground out of him and get NBA in him, he'd be fucking crazy, even more crazy.
When you say that, you mean his game, how he plays,
His handles is his handles.
attitude.
The
No.
fundamentals about
No,
it.
he has fundamentals. Don't get me wrong, but his handles are his handles. But sometimes what I'm looking at
gets
is
a little too
when he's when he's sick with the handles.
He's sick.
He's sick with the handles. But that's that playground. You looking for the oohs and the ahs and the oohs and ahs. But while you doing this, KD couldn't.
Yeah.
Put your head down.
Yeah.
So you don't see KD cutting because you just ready down. Because I'm gonna make this dude look. I'm gonna put this dude on skates. I'm gonna make him look crazy. KD cutting. KD what's the other one? Who else they got now?
Harden.
Harden over there waiting on the 3, wide open. Yeah, you might dish it at the last second, but you know what I'm saying. You doing all this. It's pretty. It's beautiful. It's gonna sell tickets.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's why LeBron cannot. He has no kind of handles like Kyrie. Kyrie will kill him in handles. Kill him in handles.
Right.
But you see how LeBron do the no look pass. We even go. Let's go back to his Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson ain't got no kind of handles. Magic Johnson was big and he was slow.
He can run that floor.
Yeah, he can run that motherfucking floor and he will pass the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
He be coming
He
down
knows the
saying
floor.
his head is up.
Yeah.
He ain't got to
Yeah,
do
his
all
head's always
this. He
up.
got to do all this. His
Yeah,
head
his
is up. He
head's
see the
always
whole floor.
Yeah.
And when that ball comes through, I'll say he, bam.
Yeah.
You're like, how the fuck? Because his head is up. He can see everything. It's crazy. And he didn't have to be so fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He have to be all there like, yeah, I know.
Man, but I like Kyrie, man. But to I guess I'll be the devil's advocate since we got LeBron fans here. I'll be the other guy. But you know what I'm saying? To the fact everybody play how they play, and that's why they're on the level they're on,
And
right?
that's why
So,
they're in the NBA,
I mean, because like at the end of the day, right? Let's talk about Steph.
I'm about to ask a question.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
Steph played playground ball
Bro,
too. He don't even look like he's playing. You know what I mean? He looks like he's playing out there playing ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just skipping along. You don't even know what's going on, but it worked. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody swore up and down Reggie Miller's technique was ugly. He had one of the ugliest shots, but one of the most deadly three-point shooters. So it makes the player of who they are, and I think that's what's so interesting and keeps things interesting that you really don't know what to do because you got to come up with a plan for that. Because if your defender can't guard Kyrie,
How do you guard somebody that shoot as soon as they step across the half court?
Can't.
As soon as they step across half court, they shoot threes.
That's tough. That's tough.
How do you defend that?
You know who I compare
what they
Steph to?
did last year hurt him.
Take it back to the bad boy days.
Yeah, I mean,
Take back to the Detroit Bad Boy days.
Because that's tough, man.
Tell me, what Steph reminds me of Patrick Mahomes. Steph and Patrick Mahomes.
I can see that.
Did you see how he was playing in the Super Bowl, bro? Playing just how Steph was playing the other night. Give me the ball. Yeah, I throw it wherever. I'm gonna go wherever. I'll move around wherever.
Yeah, they got his attributes, everything on 99. I swear to God, man.
Really? On Mahomes?
Yeah, man. I swear to God. And the reason I said it, like, even on the injury,
got my butt kicked.
Even on the injury, you know how he was just running around, getting away from tackles. Yeah, they sacked him once or twice or whatever. But like, when you look at how they had a lot of pressure, but they really wasn't touching him. He was throwing the ball. He was getting out, throwing the ball. That's how he threw those interceptions. He was just getting out of the way and throwing the ball, trying to give his team a shot. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's what makes that team so difficult. Now, you know.
That's hard to defend.
Yeah, it's hard to defend. But what saved them was secondary really was what saved them.
Yeah.
You know, they had the right game plan. They shut down Hill.
Our defense.
You know, they had the right game plan. So they just put it to work, man. And kudos to those guys because, I mean.
They couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't nothing to figure out. I mean, you got Hill double all day.
Tom Brady would have figured out that defense.
I don't know about that, bro. You
got to
look at it.
As much as he dinks and dunks, man, he dinks and dunks all day.
But you got to look at his weapons.
Tom Brady,
when you break it down,
he does what you give him.
That's what I'm saying. He
but what I'm saying is, once the first mistake was made, and they had to come back. You know, because you look at the very beginning, it was everything was tight, right? But you look at this. You got Hill double all day. He ain't open. Okay? You took away the deep threat. Because that's really all they had.
That's all they
is him. Right?
Kelsey
then Kelsey, you got the linebackers hitting him at the line. Yeah. He used to break it free and he was turning on.
He had the drops.
Yeah, because he was getting hit.
And
he was dropping the one that wasn't getting hit.
No, I'm saying he was getting hit every play. It was more physical for him. They played a physical game on him.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? When you break it down, they was hitting him right off the line, punching him in the mouth. Every time you had to break free, your mind ain't even focused. It's like you like, shit, I gotta get to this spot so I can catch this ball. By the time you get there and turn around, it's already there. You ain't even ready. You know what I'm saying? So they threw him off his game. Who else you got? Nobody. You messed up that because you look at every game.
Up that run game.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Run game ain't nothing. So when you look at that, the most success they had was on a couple of trick plays, and that was it, man. They had their number.
Well, I was drunk by the halftime, so I don't even remember saying
You ain't got much to say if it ain't about LeBron. Go figure.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Hey, I heard Floyd's about to fight again. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I heard something like that.
I don't even care. No, I'm a big Floyd fan.
Oh, yeah?
I'm a huge Floyd fan. Okay. But, I mean, these fights that he's doing now, I don't. Like, if you fight that, what's the white boy name?
Logan.
They beat up
Conor
Nate.
McGregor?
Nah, the one that beat up Nate. Logan.
Oh, no.
If he fights him and knocks him out, so what? The guy's not a. So what? You knocked out a non-boxer.
Yeah.
So what?
He's a non-boxer.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has some skills, but he's not.
He's been training. He's been training for 3 years. So he actually got a decent little. Paul Logan. He actually got a decent little.
No, he got the skills now.
Under boxing.
Yeah, he got good training. He got the skills now, but he ain't it ain't like him beating Pacquiao. It's not like him beating
somebody's experience.
Right, it's not like that. And then my thing is now, it's like Muhammad Ali. If he loses now, it doesn't really count. Muhammad Ali lost so late in his career. Yeah. He just shouldn't have been fighting. You know what I'm saying? He just shouldn't have been fighting no more. But I mean, a loss is a loss.
It's like MJ going back to the Wizards.
Yeah, like when MJ went to the Wizards, a loss is a loss. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A loss is a loss. And if Floyd step in the ring at 50 or 55 or whatever it is, and he loses, a loss is going to be a loss. You shouldn't have got in the ring.
Shouldn't.
But
hey, that's what we was talking about. Wasn't that what we were talking about when it comes down to females? The females going to the ring?
Yeah, with the thing I posted.
Yes, with that stud.
The transgender.
I said my bad, transgender. It wasn't stud. She was actually full blown.
Yeah, so, get on him.
So, hey, it's all good.
No. But now with the transgender thing, that we was talking about that.
If you get into that ring, you better be ready.
Yeah, but my thing is,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel you on that, but at the
Why would you
same
get into the ring with
no, I agree, right? You
I'm
should
not
get
getting
into the
Mike
ring,
Tyson.
but at the same time, talking, you shouldn't be in that arena either.
That's 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that to be like.
no.
I mean, that's how
Y'all both say the
I'm
same
not
thing.
discriminating,
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, if today, me as a man, and I say, hey, you know what? I want to identify as a woman and I'm be a transgender. I'm still the same man. I'm still the same man inside. I'm still gonna have the same strength to overpower a woman easily.
my muscles are still bigger than yours.
It's, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I can take all the hormone shots and grow different things, but my chemical
I'm still a
makeup
man.
is still that of a man. So it's never going to be fair. Of course, I'm gonna go to any sport. I'm gonna dominate,
Man,
especially in something like boxing or MMA.
And the thing about-
You done crushed
is-
2 skulls, bro. Like at the end of the day, you gotta really look at that. Like, okay, if that is the case, here's what I say. If that is the case, and
That opens the floodgates.
no, it don't open the floodgates.
It does.
No, but if that is the case, what I'm saying is, make that. You got welterweight, heavyweight, all of that. Make that its own little class that you fight each other, right? Because it's never going to be fair. It's
Right,
never
that's
going to
what
be
I'm
fair
saying.
who comes in.
I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Open the floodgates, because now you're gonna have a man to say, "Well, I want to play in the WNBA." Y'all let them. I identify as a woman.
What you mean? That's
It's gonna be
Brittany
Joanna
Griner.
man. It's gonna be Joanna man.
That's Brittany Griner.
No.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm out of this conversation, but I'm leaving right
Delete
now.
that. Please delete that.
Straight
one.
butt.
Right now.
Sorry,
Delete
Brittany.
that one. Edit that, please. Edit that right there.
Yeah, already integrated, man.
Nah,
I'm
man.
out of that. I got gone.
Nah, but like I was saying, you know, that will open up the floodgates, and now you have
Brittany, I love you.
that's how she can whoop you.
Hey, man.
But
She
no.
tall, man.
All jokes aside, man. That'll open up the floodgates, bro. And because now you can say, well, they got one in MMA. They got one. Why I gotta stay in the NBA? Why I gotta stay in the NBA? Why I can't come in there? I'm a female. I identify as a female. So now I want to play with the WNBA.
Well, here's my real grievance.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's my real grievance with it, right? Like,
Okay.
adults is adults. An adult. But where I really disagree with it is in kids' sports. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really disagree with it. Because, like, you're making a cognitive decision as an adult to sign that contract, to take that on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, it's like a 4A school taking on a 1A school, and you know, you got these big cornbread fed MFers on the line against these little polar boys from middle of nowhere that can't, you know what I'm saying?
That was me.
Facing the Giants type.
That was
going,
me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Little
yeah,
guy.
we like to hear the underdog story and if they win, oh great, it's very inspiring, but realistically, that's just a run through game.
But like
These
I
boys
said,
gonna get hurt out there, so.
But far as that MMA thing, like you said it best. She, transgender, should have never been allowed in the arena. They should never been allowed in that arena. If you whoever the head man is, whoever the CEO,
You mean in that
whatever,
ring with that woman?
No, he should have been allowed in that league. Period. He should have been allowed in
He's
the women's
arguing
league.
what? He's arguing the weight class.
Well, no, what I'm saying, okay,
no,
let me clear it up. What I'm saying is, right, if it's going to be that way, right, you're not going to have the Atlanta Falcons facing what's the women's football team?
We got one here. I forgot the name of it, but it's one here in Atlanta.
So you're not going to have them play each other. You see what I'm saying? Regardless.
So
just because if Matt Ryan goes out and says
make a transgender
leave.
MMA.
Yeah.
Make a transgender MMA when they all fight each
it's
other.
still equal.
So weird.
But what?
Yeah.
Am I thinking? I don't get it, bro. I mean, like I said, my thing is like Chris said. At the end of the day, you're still a man.
It's unbelievable how they
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There's some women in the MMA that will beat that guy or
But, you know, like
I'm not saying he's just gonna sweep the whole. He's gonna go through and sweep the whole everybody, right? But he has a better chance.
Oh, yeah.
He has a way better chance too. You know what I'm saying? He has a way better chance to already. You know what I'm saying? So
let me tell you, you know your lat, Miss Dorsey. These are your lats, right? This is where a lot of power comes from, right? From your back. Your lats are the biggest muscle in your back. It goes all the way to the top and the bottom, well, middle to bottom, right? And all the way down covers your butt, right? So this is a big muscle in a man. In a woman, that muscle is like this compared to this. You're talking about power, right? Power, right? So all that power you building up, you can build it up a lot bigger and stronger than you can a woman. So that power is it's an overpower.
That's why it's first two skulls.
That's what I'm saying though. But
that's why I say
having them in the same class with a woman, man.
That's why I say he should have never been in the league. Period.
They let that stuff happen. They
let him in there. They let him in there because people want to see it. And like you said, now once they're in there, whichever fighters sign the contract and get in there with them, then at that point it's on you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point it's on you.
That's my point.
Yo, once okay, you shouldn't be in the league, but the CEO lets you in the league. I'm not gonna fight you because you're a man. I know I'm good, I know I'm great, but you're a man. But then when you say, you know what, you're a man, and I'm making an example out of you, you want to come in my league, I'm going to sign and fight you. Then you crush your skull, and then you go back and be like, oh, well, you should have, no, you signed
okay. I'm going to ask this question, but the real spiel, like,
that's good.
I'm going to ask this question. I promise LGBTQ, elemental P, HIGK, elemental.
I know I'm good on this show.
Like, we love y'all, and there's no discrimination, but what I'm saying is, as, you know, knowing you're transgender, knowing you're a man, even if you done had, you know, all the surgeries to do whatever to make you a woman.
Right.
Naturally, you're still a man. My question to you guys is this. Do you feel that, that tarnishes, or do you feel like that's an act of weakness on any shape, form, or fashion of that person going into a league knowing you can dominate them at any given time?
No.
It's not a form of weakness, you said?
I don't think it is.
On that person? Because the reason I ask that is because why not, you can be a transgender, right?
And it's
and stay in the men's league.
Because, you know what, and I'm taking a stab in the dark here.
That's a good point.
I'm taking a stab in the dark here. I don't know, but once you're transgender, and I'm guessing, I'm just stepping out on a limb here, but you walk and you talk and you act as whatever you. If I'm a man going to be a woman, if I'm a woman going to be a man, I want to do everything the women do. If I'm a man and I'm transgendered into a woman, I want to do everything the women do. I want to be seen as a woman. I want to be talked to as a woman. I want to be a woman. So therefore, I need to be in a woman's league. So they don't look at it as weak. They look at it as I belong. This is me. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be with a man. I'm not a man. I'm a woman. So that's how they think. That's how they mentally think. But we know what you are. You know what I'm saying? And they know they are that deep down, but they think that I am a woman now.
Well,
so therefore, I'm in a woman's league.
I'm all about inclusion.
I want to rewind that. Splice that what you said before.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, Evan, fix all. But what I'm saying though is, at the end of the day, like, if that's the case, I mean, like, realistically, is where you got a competition committee. And when you have a competition committee, they got to look at that and say,
they had to have that conversation.
This is not going to be, of course, dollars, but you know what I'm saying, like, you're going to destroy your league that way. Yes. And it's not because they are transgender. It's just because there's not a fair shake for anybody to come in. Nobody's going to want to fight, and if you're going to force somebody to fight, or you're going to get somebody injured or killed. You know what I'm saying? So luckily, I mean, that's great. We don't even know the damage that they got.
Right.
from their skulls getting cracked. Okay, you get knocked out, you get concussion, whatever. But now
the long term damage, and that's why I said at the very beginning of this conversation was he, she, transgender should have never been allowed in that committee. That committee should have never said, yes, we approve you to fight women. They never should have allowed it.
So, but you got some people going to argue the fact inclusion.
I get it. I get it, but that's my answer to you when you say you got a committee to let these people in. They shouldn't have let them in. But they did. They let them in. So now that they're in, you're going to have some of those women in there that feel like, you know what? I want to fight this guy. To show him I'm just as good as a man. Which nobody says you're not. It just right. But just in this competition sport right here, you need a female, and that's why they made a female football league. Yeah. You got plenty of females out there that want to be in NFL, but they know, truthfully, I'm not going to hold my own in the NFL unless I'm like a punter. And I'm not trying to take down punters, but what I'm saying, they're the less contacted. Right. You know, they're the less contacted. They don't get a lot of contact. They don't get like bang. Every now and then you see somebody running to their leg when they kick. I get that. Right. But what I'm saying is, that's the only spot on the field that you're not banging. Receivers bang, DBs bang, offensive linemen, defensive linemen bang all the time. Quarterback's not supposed to, but you get sacked and you get hit. So that's what I'm saying. So they bang. So unless you're a punter, that's the only thing. So, but if I'm a quarterback or if I'm a receiver as a woman, and that's what I want to do. That's why they created the female league. Now you can go to this female league and you can play and you can be that because you got another female on the other side of you, and you feel more safe. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I have a couple of my campers that play football.
Right. You see, so and no matter how strong they are, no matter how zero body fat or 1% or whatever they are, what they did, squatting or whatever, they're not gonna mess with no NFL. Right. You can take the practice squad linebacker and say, okay, go through 3 weeks with him, and you make it. Then maybe we'll see. But remember, he's the weakest of the barrel. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's the weakest of the barrel. Yeah. You know, he's not even on the team. He's on the practice squad, which the practice squad is very important because they take all the beat up for the for the starters. But they pay good money too. Right. That's what I'm saying. So now you can't get through that. Right. You know, you're not gonna get. So that's why I say, bottom line, I think when it comes to competitive, physical sports, I think men should be with men and women should be with women. Now, when it comes to mental sports, as far as like chess and
what they did that in tennis, man. What they did that in tennis?
Well, here's the deal though. In tennis, I wouldn't even see a bigger issue, to be honest. Tennis, I think
hit faster. Men hit faster than women.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I think in tennis is something that's a little bit more.
But you know why?
You know what I mean?
But you know why?
More comparable.
But you know why?
What I mean? Yeah. I think that's something that could be.
But you know why?
Because they already do it. Really, they got mixed.
They have mixed doubles.
Yeah, but you know why? Because they're not physically hitting.
Yeah.
It's a physical sport, don't get me wrong. It's very
you got
that's
what I'm talking about, that contact.
You have to have your cardio. You got to have your cardio. It's a very physical sport. I mean, physical sport, you got to be physically fit. But it's not physically as far as hit.
So you think that would be a crossover?
I think it'll be okay. I like him. I think it'll be okay. The only difference would be is the serve. And women, I'm a Serena fan. I love you, Serena. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm about to say. No, that's what I'm about to say. Serena serves.
Djokovic.
Like I said, Serena serves me 115, 120, 123. You know, Serena. But then, the man's be 130, 136. I'm not saying she can't return it. I'm not saying she can't hold her own. I'm not saying any of the women can't hold on. I just said Serena because I'm a Serena fan. I'm a huge Serena fan. So, but I think, like you said, I think it'll be okay. I
just think in like contact sports.
Right, that's what I said. Physical contact sports, men, boxing,
wrestling,
anything physical
like that.
Anything physical when it comes to anything contact.
I just don't think, you know what I'm saying?
Anything like contact, I think they should be like.
But now, just because I'm not like I said, I'm not trying to exclude them from from him or disrespect him in any way. I promise you that. But what I am saying is, I just don't think it's
safe.
Safe. I don't think it's safe nor fair for for it to go down like that. Because like I say, you got 2 fights and you crushed 2 skulls. Yeah. That just shows you the power, the leverage, the over leverage that they have over their contender. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now who's going to want to fight that person? And then you're going to make the champion fight them? But they got to fight because now they became the number 1 contender. So can you imagine? Will I even want to take that fight? Will I just give up my belt? Yeah. Now you just ruined somebody's legacy that
you ruined the sport.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I think in terms of ultimate fairness, in as far as competition, as far as because it's like taking a 12th grader and making a 5th grader play a 12th grader. In my eyes, you know what I'm saying?
That would suck.
Yeah. Kindergarten. You in kindergarten taking on a high school senior. That's not where it's at. You're gonna lose in every way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, as far as in the fairness committee, and I know some people say, well, it is fair, or who's to say, but nah, we just know that the ultimate chemical makeup is different, and they got something different. But I don't want to harp on that because I don't want anybody to feel picked on. But all right, Super Bowl, Tampa Bay won. Obviously, we're going to talk about NBA championship. Who y'all got?
I said Lakers.
Huh?
I said Lakers.
Yeah.
Oh, you went back then. Okay, what?
I said Lakers. Yeah. I said it'd be Lakers in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That'll be the final.
AD stay healthy, then Lakers.
Because Philly, I had a crazy question. Philly is in the East, right?
It is in the East.
So it'll be between Philly and Brooklyn for the final.
Yeah.
And I think to go out of the East, and I think LA will go out of the West.
Against who?
LA.
Against who?
No, LA is going to go.
The Western Conference. What do you think?
LA.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, what do y'all think about
Utah.
What do y'all think about Rose going to the Bulls?
Who? D-Rose? He going back to the Bulls?
I mean, not the Bulls. My bad. The Knicks. Sorry.
Well, the Knicks still got a team? Really?
Damn,
there you go with it again.
We're trying to actually have a conversation, man.
And me too.
The Knicks got a squad this year, man. They had a nice young squad.
Okay.
But having D-Rose in the squad is...
If he old D-Rose.
He's been playing good in Detroit, but...
If he injury-free D-Rose.
I don't think he'll be the same.
Right. So to me, it's like...
It's a non-issue.
Yeah, I mean...
You're not going to carry nobody.
No.
You're not going to carry no team.
Obviously.
So therefore, no, he's not a factor to me. He might be a factor in a series. He'd probably be a factor in one game. Oh, D-Rose had 45 this game, but the next 2 or 3, he's gonna 23, 27. He's not gonna be a factor to win it all.
So you don't think Miami's gonna make any noise and shit?
No. I think they will. No, they'll make noise with Jimmy Butler. But right now they're not gelling. If you look at it right now they're struggling. Yeah. But I think they will. See, Jimmy Butler.
He came on in the bubble.
But what happened in the bubble
came on in the bubble.
Yeah, but what happened in the bubble was he ran out of energy.
Yeah, I know that. Because at that point where I was there, he was the one.
And this will bring me back. Look. This brings me back to my LeBron fan. No, all jokes aside, though.
I'm listening.
He had a LeBron-like night. If y'all remember the bubble.
I remember.
He had a LeBron-like night.
Yeah, I remember him showing up.
And the next day, he had nothing in the tank.
Yep, that was the last game.
He had nothing in the tank. He tried. He was even on there on the side.
You saw that? Yeah.
He had a LeBron-like night the night before.
He carried, but you got
he carried the team the whole time.
The whole time. He had no help for real.
He had some rookies with him. But,
right. And I get it. And LeBron had AD, of course. He had help. I get it. And I'm not comparing them, but what I'm saying is, that's what we go back to. That's what I'm saying. Comparing, that goes back to the what we were saying before. Why one reason I am a LeBron fan, because the way he's doing at this age, at this time. But like I said, I love Jimmy Butler. He's my actually truly. If you want to know, LeBron is my third. D Wade will always be my first.
Word.
I'm a D Wade fan. Oh, I love D Wade. D Wade. So when LeBron came to the Heat, oh my God, I was like,
excited too.
yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now,
I was a Heat fan before
you know what I'm
you
saying?
came
Yeah, I'm a D Wade fan. I love D Wade, and I think Butler reminds me of a D Wade.
You can say that.
He reminds me of a D Wade.
He's
you know
not
what I'm
as
saying?
agile though.
Right, but he reminds me of a D Wade, and that's why I like him. That's why I like him.
He's a. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he reminds me of a D Wade.
He came from a small level and
question
he's
for-
making himself new.
Before we had to get out of here, what about Giannis? What y'all think it was? Giannis.
Giannis,
That's a beast.
I think
Giannis a beast, bro.
Giannis has a bright future.
But as a team, what are they gonna do?
Oh, they ain't going nowhere.
They're not making out.
He need help. He still need more help.
He's still a center, man, and
He still need more help. He need more help. Like I told y'all before, it takes 3.
he can't do it all.
It takes 3.
He has his brother on the team. Did you know that?
I
His
did.
younger brother's on the team.
Like I said, it takes 3. Now that'll help because you got the jail part. You got the jail part. That'll help. But to win it all, nah.
All right. So your prediction?
For the NBA,
Who's gonna win the title?
Lakers.
Lakers.
But, dang, we all agree on the Lakers, man. Y'all have fun. Peace, y'all.